Yeah, I just gotta get this video out after these goddamn fights. I don't know what the hell was going on today. There was a lot of fouls going on. Um, the fights is just shit. Oh, it was just shit, man, in Abu Dhabi. I don't know what the fuck was going on. Everybody fouling each other. The referee called off the goddamn uh Johnny Walker and Goliath fight. I don't know why the referee did that. Oh my god. He didn't even give him no time to recover. He just calls off the fight. Because fucking Johnny Walker want to be playing around. And they only got into that position because Johnny Walker playing. Ankalaev hit him with a body shot. He's not hurt. He plays like he's hurt to try to hit him a flying knee. Misses the flying knee. Ankalaev clinch up with him. A whole bunch of shenanigans happen. He got kneed in the head. All type of stupid shit. This fight between Usman and Khamzat Chimaev. I'm gonna post my reaction to that too. Probably like right around the same time. Live reaction to that fight. Khamzat dominates the first round. I didn't expect it to go like that. I thought Usman would be able to put up more of a fight when it comes to the takedown defense, but Khamzat is fucking strong. That motherfucker, he is a first round phenom. That's what I'm gonna call him from now on. The first round phenom. He had Usman in some, and I wouldn't say he came close to submitting him at any point in time throughout the first round. Maybe once he came close to getting a rear naked choke. Usman had stood up when he got the body triangle, dropped him on his head, kinda. They both ended up on their head in a weird position. Khamzat stayed on top. So Khamzat dominated the first round. I wouldn't say it's a 10-8, but I don't know. I guess you could call it a 10-8. I wouldn't say it was a 10-8. Because it was never no point in time where he was really, really close to finishing the fight. He never got like the rear naked choke locked in at any point or even came close. So I would say it's a 10-9 round. The second round, fucking Khamzat tapers off dramatically for some reason. I don't know if he was tired. He didn't look tired. In the Burns fight, he looked tired a little bit in the second round. It was kind of like the same thing. The first round in the Burns fight, he went out there, and I realized that about Khamzat. I'm a big fan of Khamzat. But the Burns fight and this fight here, and these are the two fights where it went to the third round, where it got out of the... Khamzat is not that good. I don't know if I'm bugging, but this fight here opened my eyes to the Chimaev train. I don't know if he's really that good. I don't think he's as good as we thought he was. The Gilbert Burns fight, I gave him a pass for that because he didn't wrestle after he didn't really wrestle in that fight. He took him down the first round. He didn't really like keep him down. He took him down. They rolled around a little bit, and then he kind of stood up and just let Burns up, and he kept striking with him. And he did say he wanted to knock Burns out in the fight. He was trying to knock him out. He wanted to knock him out. So I believe him because he didn't go for no takedowns after the first round. He went for a takedown in the first round, took him down, and let him back up, and never went for a takedown again. So I was like, okay, maybe he really wanted to knock him out. I gave him a pass for that. Fight was tougher than he thought it was. But this third fight, this fight here with Usman, the first round, it wasn't very high pace, high intensity like that. The Burns fight was more intense and more high paced because Burns, they were striking, and then, they and then shots on each other. You getting hit, you getting, you know what I'm saying, you get hit with some heavy shots, so your cardio go down a little bit. But in this fight, he took Usman down within like the first minute, and he pretty much had him like in a compromised position the whole time. He was on his back, like, hitting him with a couple shots, nothing too heavy, nothing too crazy. He landed a good elbow at a point in time throughout the round, like around the 2-minute mark. But he wasn't landing like heavy blows on Usman, nothing crazy. Landed decent blows, whatever. Kinda was working for a rear naked choke when he got the body triangle and Usman stood up, but nothing too crazy. And the second round, like, his intensity dropped off so much. I'm like, damn, like what the fuck? They both of them. I could understand Usman because he's moving up 15 pounds. Like, a lot of people is not really like thinking about that. He's moving on 15 rounds. He never fought at middleweight on short notice, and he probably is like, you wasn't preparing. You probably was training, but you wasn't like preparing and peaking for a fight because he didn't have a fight coming up. He actually didn't have a fight coming up or anything signed in the near future or anything, but I'm pretty sure he was in the gym preparing just in case because he was trying to get a fight with Bilal Muhammad. But so he took this fight short notice, whatever. So I didn't expect his cardio to be through the roof or nothing like that. But this is what I think happened. Khamzat came out. I'm gonna just call him Chimaev. Chimaev came out so aggressive in the first round, took him down. And Usman, I didn't think he expected him to be able to do that, especially so easily. So in the second round, I don't think Usman was necessarily tired because of the short notice or nothing like that. I think he was scared of Khamzat. That's what I think. I think he was scared of Chimaev, so he wasn't trying to press the action too much because he didn't want to get taken out. Because I think he realized, like, yo, this dude could take me down, like, pretty easily. Like, I'm fighting him off, but this motherfucker's strong. Like, he could take me down. So I think Usman was a little intimidated, a little, you know what I'm saying, a little more cautious. That's why he was so cautious in the second and the third round. I don't think he was tired. I don't think Usman was, I think he was a little bit more tired than usual, but I don't think he was tired to the point where he wasn't throwing any strikes because neither one of them was throwing any strikes. I think Khamzat started tapering off because there's no reason for Khamzat to not throw any strikes. Why would you not throw any strikes? You know you could take Usman down. In your mind, you think you could beat everybody up. And just Chimaev's mentality, I don't think he would go into the second round so timid and not throwing any strikes unless he was a little tired. And I don't know how he was so tired from after that first round because it was just grappling. He was on his back the whole time. You didn't really take no punches. You literally took 0 blows to the face, to the body anyway. You didn't take any damage whatsoever. He was on his back the whole time, just grappling with him, trying to submit him. And in the second round, you just... And I noticed the same thing in the Gilbert Burns fight. He tapered off a little bit, but not as much. I don't think 185 is the weight. This opened up so many questions, this fight, as I was watching it. As it played out, once the fight finished, I'm like, Chimaev ain't that good. At 170 when he fought Burns, it was a similar thing. He had a little bit more cardio in the second and the third round because I think he was at 175. I think when he 170. I think when you get down to welterweight for Chimaev, you got to train more. You got to put in a little bit more work, a little bit more intensity in the gym, so your cardio is a little bit better, and you 15 pounds lighter. So I think that's what gave him the little extra cardio in the second and the third round of the Burns fight. Because that fight was a war. And he still was like pushing the pace in the second and third. Like he was pushing the pace on Burns. The whole fight. He was pushing the pace. And it was not no grappling like, and I think that's what it was too, maybe. That played a factor. Because he grappled with Burns a little bit for like the first minute of the fight. Burns kind of scrambled a little bit, a little rolling around, and then Chimaev was like, fuck it, he just let him go, and he just stood up and started doing a little dance. I remember it vividly. Burns got up, the referee let him up, and then they just started scrapping after that, and he didn't try no takedowns after that. So maybe the takedown in the first round and all the grappling, I guess, tired him out staying on Usman's back, but that don't make no sense. That can't possibly be the reason. That don't even make sense. Listen to that statement. I gassed out because I was on his back trying to choke him. Like, you got tired from being on his back trying to choke him? Like, what the fuck? You would think Usman would be more tired because Usman is carrying this motherfucker on his back because Usman wasn't flattened out. He's like upright with this dude on his back for 5 minutes. So I could see why Usman... That's a strong possibility that Usman cardio probably tapered off a little bit because he wasn't preparing for a fight short notice, and this dude was on his back for 5 minutes. So Usman slowed down because of that, and I think he slowed down and he was a little intimidated by Chimaev because he's like, this fucking dude just took me down in the first round with ease and kept me on my back for 5 rounds. So he know Usman. So Usman know Chimaev's grappling top notch. So he got to be cautious of it. He got to respect it, whether he want to accept it or not. And another reason why Chimaev didn't play the grappling game with Burns that much, because Burns is a grappler. He's a jiu-jitsu world champion and all that good stuff. So Chimaev, like, he don't want to it's going to be hard to submit him. I don't want to play too much grappling with him. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just going in there, hit Burns, knock him out. And in his mind, too, he knocked out Jared Mershaw at 185. So he hyped up. He undefeated. Everybody hyping him up. He feel like the world is on his shoulders. So he can knock anybody out. I'm going to go touch Burns. And Burns don't got the best chin. Let's keep it real. So he thinking he going to touch Burns. Burns getting the fuck up out of there. Didn't happen. So the fight was a war. Whatever. But this fight here over my eyes, I don't think it's going to be... If this is gonna be the pattern at 185, and I think this is, I think this is what it's gonna be, because there's no reason. Because if this is how you fight Usman on short notice, and Usman didn't even look that good in the second and the third round, the fight was kind of not a little bit boring. If I keep it real with you, neither one of them did much in the second round. Usman landed a couple shots, and he landed like a good 1-2 on him, so I gave him the round just because of that 1-2. Just because of that. Because Chimaev literally didn't do shit that round. He took him down the last 30 seconds, did nothing, so you're not going to get the round because of that. The third round, it was I guess it was close. You could go either way, whatever they gave it to Chimaev, whatever. But if you having a fight like that, against a Usman like that, who didn't really look good short notice, he moving up 15 pounds, his knees fucked up, all type of shit. This is not the best Usman we're gonna get. And I honestly believe if this was tippy-top Usman that fought fucking Colby in the first fight, or Usman that took the belt from Woodley, if that was that Usman, I think he beats Chimaev. The Usman that fought fucking Masvidal, I think he beat Chimaev. I genuinely believe that. Because if Chimaev is gassing out like that in the second round, if that's the second and third round Chimaev, how is he going to last in a 5-round fight? Usman, we know, could go 5 rounds, especially at 170. 185, I don't know. I don't know how Usman is. This is the first fight. It's short notice, so I really don't know how he look at 185 besides this fight. So I can't really give a definitive on how he would look. But at 170, Usman, 100% prepared, ready, in shape. He beats Chimaev at welterweight. He beats Chimaev. I genuinely believe he beats Chimaev at welterweight. Genuinely believes that. After that performance, yes, because Chimaev is gonna taper off. Same thing he did in the Burns fight. And in the 4th and the 5th round, if he's out of there. Because we know Usman got pretty good cardio. He can go 5 rounds. At welterweight, he's going 5 rounds. He's done it multiple times. At middleweight, it's a little bit different. But Chimaev, he didn't look good in that fight. I got my boy Duplessis. I'm keeping it real with you. I got Dricus. If they fight, why is nobody talking about Dricus Duplessis too? They not giving my boy no respect at all. Everybody's acting like he doesn't exist anymore. Did he retire? Is he out of the UFC? Or am I tripping? Because how did this fight become like a number 1 contender fight? I don't understand. About who the winner of this fight is going to be fighting Strickland. What the fuck they talking about? We know Izzy out. He taking some time off. Fine, that's cool, because I didn't want him to get an immediate rematch anyway. But Khamzat versus Strickland, I don't know. If Strickland could get out of that first round, I got Strickland all day, every day. Duplessis, I got Duplessis regardless. I don't think Duplessis is strong. Khamzat might get him down. If Duplessis could survive that first round, don't get submitted and don't get beat up too bad. Second round Duplessis, that motherfucker's an alky. He ready to die for this shit. Duplessis, one, he don't get tired. That motherfucker, he just come forward. I don't think Khamzat is going to be able to keep Duplessis off of him in the 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th round. No, I don't believe it. I believe Chimaev in the first round, he's dangerous to everybody. He's dangerous to them. If they can survive the first round, almost all of them could beat him, I feel. Because look at the fights where he's made it out of the first round. Usman, Gilbert Burns. And they was the Gilbert Burns fight was a war. Could have went either way. This fight was a close fight too. And this was a short notice Usman at middleweight. You was preparing to come out to middleweight for over a year now. Since you fought Kevin Holland last year. So you've been preparing for a while. And that's the performance you give? This is the cardio you have? No. If he don't finish Strickland in the first round, or Duplessis in the first round, or any one of them welterweights in the first round, Jared Cannonier, if he fight any one of them, and he don't finish them in the first round, he's going to be fucked. in the second, third, fourth, fifth, he's gonna be just it's over for him. That's how I see Kamsa now. He's a front runner. He's a front runner. First round, he dangerous. Stay on your P's and Q's. Just keep safe, because he's gonna come hard. Second and the third, you just touch him up and get him up out of there. That's how I see it. I lost faith in Kamsa, man. I lost faith in that boy after that performance on short notice, and that Usman looked like shit. Let's keep it real. That was the worst Usman we've ever seen, and the fight was a close fight. So imagine if this was Usman 170 preparing for Chimaev at 170. I think Usman would have beat him. I honestly believe that. Even at 185, I think if Usman was preparing for this fight, I think he probably would have beat. I think he would have beat Chimaev. I genuinely believe that. But that's all on the Chimaev and the Usman talks. Get into the main event. My boy. I figured something like this was gonna happen to him. My boy Volkanovski, man, gets knocked out in the first round with a head kick from Islam. Oh my goodness. That ruined my night. That's why I didn't post the video. Shit was acting up. Shit was acting dumb. Like, fuck that. I'm not even gonna post it. I was just mad. I'm not even gonna go lay down. Stressed me the fuck out. Kick Volkanovski all upside his goddamn head. Volkanovski doing the chicken there. And for Volkanovski he didn't look good. Like how he looked in the first fight. Like this fight he looked as soft. Like his body looked as soft. Like he wasn't prepared. Because he wasn't. And then Islam, he's ready. He rehydrated properly this fight. He was 100% prepared for this fight. Kicked Volkanovski. Volkanovski had his hand up too, but can't block them kicks with one hand like that. Yeah, kind of like, great bang, off to hit him on the top. He did a little chicken dance. Islam jumped on him, got him up out of there. Oh my God, my boy Volkanovski. I don't know what he gonna do next. If he fight Ilia Topuria, I don't know how that's gonna play out now, especially if it's in January. If it's a little late on, I think Volkanovski could beat Ilia Topuria. I don't give a fuck. I think he's just an all-around better fighter. But it's kind of these type of circumstances right now. It's kind of shaky. I don't know what's going on, so I don't know how that's gonna play out. But if Volkanovski got enough time to rest and get him shit together, I think he beats Topuria. But if that don't play out like in January, I think Ilia is gonna fight Max, and Jesus Christ, Max is probably gonna beat him because Max just beats all the contenders, and he's gonna get I don't want to see Max Volk 4. I'm sorry, I don't give a fuck. I don't want to see that shit again. So hopefully Topuria beat Max if they do fight, but most likely Max is gonna win because that's just what it is. Max is the next best guy next to Volkanovski. Period. Until somebody else beat him besides Volkanovski, he's the next best guy. And most likely, I was hearing some talks they was gonna do that for the interim belt, whatever. But it is what it is. Fuck. Sad day. Man, it is what it is. That's the end of the video. Like and subscribe. I'll be back to y'all with another one. Let's go.